Hi guys, I'm Michelle, and today we start talking about Parawing. If you've never heard this term, know that it's a brand new water sport. As of today, I have to say, it is seen more online than on the beaches, but it will come. You can already buy the first Parawings here in Italy. This new sport is a mix of wingfoil, kite surf, downwind sup, and surffoil. We'll see how it evolves over the next seasons. Those who have tried it for specific uses are satisfied and enthusiastic. Lots of elements of sap downwind, and also in my opinion of surffoil, so it's a bit of a mix of many different sports, and we'll see over the next few seasons how it evolves. What is certain is that those who have already tried going into the water with the Parawing for specific uses have been absolutely satisfied and enthusiastic. This isn't a detailed video. I just want to start talking about this topic and share with you maybe some of my thoughts, so please, I would also love to hear your opinions. What do you think about Parawing? It may be a success, it may be a failure, you may consider buying it. Let me know down in the comments, and if you like our videos, as always, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Let's start by trying to understand where Parawing comes from, because for many years we've been seeing photos and images, maybe of R&D prototypes, perhaps in Maui. But it was in 2024 that, at least to my knowledge, the Parawing took shape with BRM from Maui. This brand has developed, released, and introduced the first Parawing, moreover in many sizes, and now many others are coming in quick succession. Ansys has already released the Roger, which you can also buy directly here in Italy. Gong is taking a slightly different or similar path. We'll see in the coming months with what they call low kite. Takun has just released their own Parawings, so there's really a lot of excitement around it. And many other big brands are developing it, and in the coming months I'm sure we'll see some official launches. In general, what are the characteristics of this sport? So we have a board, and typically, at least for now, it's a downwind style board. So it's quite narrow and long to be as efficient as possible, especially during the takeoff phase. We have a hydrofoil. Typically today they are high aspect hydrofoils, very, very efficient. And then there's us holding it. Exactly, the Parawing. The difference, if we want to talk about Parawing compared to kite or wing, is that the Parawing is not inflated. We have a structure similar to that of a paraglider, but we don't have to inflate the Parawing. This, how can I put it? The pro of not inflating it means that when you drop it in the water, it inevitably ends up being floppy. So we will have to find a way to do it, to fly. On the other hand, not having a structure allows it to be compacted and literally put in your pocket. And this is the huge advantage that the Parawing has, because the main use of these new products today is for downwind. So I take the Parawing in my hands with the bar, I go upwind, flying, navigating. When I've gone far enough upwind, I close the Parawing, put it somewhere, hold it in my hand, or I put it in a bag on my torso, and then I surf. In downwind, the sea, the lake, or whatever it is, I've finished my run, I need to go back upwind. So I have to head into the wind, I pull it out, get my Parawing flying again, and then I continue. This is, for now, the discipline where the Parawing is used the most. In my mind, until recently, I thought it would be almost the only one, but I was wrong because I saw that K. Lenin and now also Balzmuller are starting to do tricks, so they're using this Parawing to jump. The Parawing will be accepted. We'll see equipment improvements, performance boosts, and potential use in freeride. Moreover, to succeed today, if desired, we'll see a significant improvement in equipment, performance enhancements, and maybe we'll even use it in pure freeride. Moreover, as it seems today to do, if we want to, with the Parawing, it's necessary to have fairly consistent winds. As of today, it seems quite difficult to use the Parawing to go out in 10 knots, but if we already have 15 knots, or even better, 20 knots, the Parawing definitely turns out to be an optimal choice. And so here too, it will be interesting to understand how products will evolve over the next few months, perhaps to lower the low end or to use Parawings in new situations that we can't even imagine right now. Moreover, if I look at the berm and now the Roger, the Ansys, there are already some quite significant differences. The Ansys came out later, and it seems to be definitely more stable in flight. Plus, it has some features that are quite important. Different colors to identify the lines, the canopy part colored differently for the leading edge compared to the trailing part. And then I think everyone is developing some safety systems to be able to depower, meaning to reduce the power of the Parawing easily if necessary, because safety with these devices will definitely be a topic. I think it's very, very important if we want to talk about technique. In fact, there are 3 phases in using a Parawing. The first phase is takeoff, which from what you can see is not exactly trivial, because unlike the wing, for example, which we have, the wing, which is self-supporting, is very easy to start because I can hold the glider with one hand to feel a bit of wind, give it 2 pumps, and I'm flying well with the Parawing. It's not quite like that. First of all, the Parawing doesn't float, or at least it floats, but not in the same way due to its shape. And when it goes into the water, it collapses. So you need to find a way to reshape it, catch some wind. Plus, with the wing, I actually don't have any lines. I just have the leading edge. And when it goes into the water, it collapses. And so you have to find a way to redo them, catch the wind, moreover, in the wing. I actually don't have any lines, I just have the ish. In Parawing, as you can see, I have many lines that are attached to my bar. So if I fall badly or if the lines get tangled, we also need to understand how easy it will be and how the technique will evolve to ensure that if I'm in the middle of the sea and I fall, I can take off as soon as possible without getting tangled up or having the lines get caught on each other. So I can take off as soon as possible without getting tangled up or having the lines get caught on each other. The fact is, let's suppose we're at sea and we've entangled our lines. You take off. The pumping technique, from what it seems, isn't the typical one used for a wing. There's a slightly different technique, but I managed to gain power with the Parawing, and at that point I start to fly. During takeoff, pump with your legs and the wing. Beginners might take off just being pulled by the wing, but using your legs is crucial. Absolutely essential, but especially beginners might be able to take off just being pulled by the wing. From what I've gathered talking around, it seems that using your legs is really, really important. When I'm navigating, I'm in characteristic navigation. These Parawings, from what it seems, can achieve great upwind angles. When I'm navigating, I'm in characteristic navigation. Of these Parawings, it seems that they are able to close excellent upwind angles. And so I can really sail upwind very well. The wind, I've already seen that among the various products coming out, there are those that handle gusts better. Those that can handle them better. So the more stable ones and the less stable ones. Here too, we'll see how it will turn out. I've gone upwind, I need to close it. There's a technique that, as you can see in the video, involves actually grabbing our lines. I close it inside my hand and then let it slide. In this case, I actually deflate my Parawing, put it somewhere, or I hold it in my hand. And at that point, I ride the swell, I ride the waves, I ride the tide as far as I can. Once reach the end, I fly the Parawing again and head back. It's moderately hard. Experience with kite or wing helps. It's really difficult, but not super easy either. Clearly, it depends a lot on the experience someone has. In my opinion, if someone already has experience with kite or wing, they'll be at a significant advantage. Also because they already have the ability to control the hydrofoil and pump well with their legs if someone has to start from scratch. My impression is that it's not exactly that simple, at least now. Maybe we'll redo this video in 10 months, a year, and the situation will be different because new materials will have come out. We're personally super curious, and as soon as we get a chance to try a Parawing, you'll know right away. We'll make dedicated videos. So if you like this topic, please comment, let me know, give it a like and subscribe. And now I have a final question for you. What do you think? Do you think it's just a marketing gimmick? Does it really make sense? Will you try it? Let me know because I'm really curious. Guys, it was great. See you next time. Bye, Michelle.